Man, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna explain why. Well, part of it is, like I said, I'm entitled to believe what I want to believe, as this is a free country. Another reason is, okay, let's say I want to say 2012, 2013, right? She was on this vegan kick where she was telling me to go vegan and to turn off my TVs because she was saying that there was cameras in the TVs they're watching everything you do. So turn off your TVs, get off the internet, turn off your phones because there was things in your phones that was, watching you and stuff like that, right? But she went clean the fuck off on me because one day I said, hold up, how you gonna tell me to go vegan? Because she called me distraught. And she was going to some soup house? Or some soup kitchen? Or something like that. Distraught. Or some place she was going to get donuts. And there was Asian people that was selling donuts. And she was pissed off because she was saying they only gave her one donut or some shit. And so I said, hold the hell up. How you gonna preach to me about going vegan and you pissed off because they only gave you up in there trying to buy donuts? I said, and so she went off, right? And so the argument started going on. And then I said, you sitting here telling me to turn off my TV and turn off my internet, don't watch it, but you can tell me everything that's going on the internet today. Like, I have my reasons. And she talking about get to know the real Candy. Trust me, we know you. We know you. And you get mad at you black people that call you out on your shit. And to keep your followers brainwashed. Just like today. You going after chasing after cars. Any color that's. Now you saying people that ride on motorcycles are Satanists? But you you read about riding on a motorcycle not too long ago. What you gonna say? That was when you was under the MK Ultra experiment. That's what you was trying to tell me about to read up on the MK Ultra and the oh my god, eugenics. Read up on MK Ultra and eugenics. Um, I may want to read up on that kind of stuff, but I don't want to learn it from you because I know that you will tell me to do stuff, but then you will do the opposite. Just like you telling people don't wear red, but here you are, and this is not the first time that I've seen you say, oh, you have to excuse me for wearing a red shirt, but your excuse is because somebody gave it to me. But yet, you say you won't accept money from satanic people. Why'd you accept the red shirt? I'm telling, I'm telling, you wearing a red shirt, them Crips gonna get you. Them Crips gonna get you. You just talking about some people bullying you. Ma'am, that is clearly social media bullying, what you have been doing to me for years. And let me correct my statement. It's been about what, 2 years, 3 years that she been making videos about me. But before then, she was making these blogs on WordPress about me. And well, my goodness, I can't believe that she's still been doing it. Still, like, when is she gonna let that go? When is she gonna let me go? And like I said, this is just retaliation because I won't do what she says do until she changes her mind that she's got an idea to go do something else. And then she's mad because I won't follow her to do what she want me to do. Why? What is she going to benefit from this? Just like when we were kids, the only way we can get along is for me to pretend like I had imaginary friends with her. So now my foster mama think I had imaginary friends too. I never had imaginary friends. I had to pretend that to get along with her. I had to, in order to get along with her, I had to play the games she wanted me to play. Oh, like she learned how to. She saw a movie because I was always punished in my room. She was always free to roam. Now, granted, as we got older, yeah, she chose to stay offset from everybody. I always thought she was too good to be around everybody, so she stayed in her room and stayed to herself. But when we were younger, she always had the freedom to go downstairs. I was the rebellious one that when we were like 5, 6, and shit like that. I was the rebellious one that always couldn't come out my room till my side of the room was clean when we were sharing rooms. Mr. Freddie, like I did that video, why she don't like Mr. Freddie. This part not funny, but she saw the tongue kissing on the movie and then come back and want to say she learned something new. She want to teach me how to French kiss, and she used to get whippings. So that was the way she wanted to get along. Don't ask me why I don't have a camera on me. I'm not properly dressed, but this video needed to be done. I had to say what I had to say. Um, but I believe I have a Bible in the closet if need be. But yeah, I was thinking that to myself. I don't know if I even said it on any of my other videos, but if you listen closely, she's always trying to debunk other targeted individuals, and they're all fake TIs. And I said to myself, if you listen closely, she's the only targeted individual. Nobody else. Everybody else is always fake. She's the only targeted individual in her mind if you really listen closely. And then she said it in her video. I said, wow. I was like, I probably know her like a book more than I think I do. It's kind of scary. But it's a sad case with her because one second she doesn't believe mental illness is real, and then the next second she's disabled and claiming Tourette's, claiming what's the other one she claiming? OCD. That's mental illness. Like she flip flops, and yes, I am praying and waiting for the day that her followers wake up and see. Like her followers sometimes be in the comments trashing me. But I pray that they do wake up and they see and pay attention to how she says in her comments that she doesn't get any support. Them people donate to her Cash App as support. People comment how she say people are never on her side, doesn't defend her. I see that a lot. But she discredits her own followers, and they still sheeple, blind sheeple, like they're brainwashed, man. This girl can't lead a fly. On my mama, everything I've ever said on any of these videos. And while she talking about saying that I turned her to hate our biological mama, all of us was brainwashed to not like our biological mama. Like as far as like me, her, a little bit of my brother Wyatt, like we was like one of the last ones to leave foster care. You know what I'm saying? And she was the one calling me one day crying, talking about Francis genetically fucked us over. Talking about because of the rumors that our biological mother did drugs when she was pregnant with us, knowing she had a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Even now, in real life, I never seen my biological mother do any other drugs other than marijuana. But even that's pretty dangerous when you have a mental illness and you're on prescription medication and you popping prescription pills like crazy. But even I've dabbled in doing that myself with to cover the pain of trying to fight to get my kids back. I couldn't deal with it, so I did. I dabbled with popping prescription pills, even a little bit of buying it off the streets, and smoking marijuana and drinking because I didn't know any other way to cope. You know that's and because it was nothing I could do about it. You know, um, I love my children, but just like this situation here, apparently she's out there in Florida and she knows that there's nothing I could do about her slandering me, doxing me, and she's talking about why am I clapping back at her. Nobody else is clapping at her because she blocked them before they can say anything. Me, I know where I stand and what I've done in my life. I know the abuse I took from her as a child. And to grow up and take more, 10 times worse than what I did as a child, is just appalling. But if I was to commit the S word, for real, I wonder if she'll say the same thing about me as she did for Blake, my cousin. And I dare her to come stand and look me in my face at my cat. To be honest with you, if I ever did commit suicide, I don't want her at my funeral. If I die, period, I don't want her at my funeral. Period. She's not talking about what my foster mom did to me. She to her, she's not talking about what this person did to her. She's not talking about what that person did to her. She's the one bothering me right now. Yeah, my foster mama did some slanderous, fucked up shit with trying to get my child taken away. My foster mama tried to have a case open on me before my daughter was even born. But you know what? Candy was all in on it, trying to instigate the shit too. Why I'm pissed at Candy? Because that's my twin sister, and I expect more from her. You would think that she, you know what I'm saying? Like, expecting better from her. And all this bullshit about me siding with her gang stalkers and all like that, them people ain't gang stalking her. These people that was actually helping her at one point. And because they saw a small little spot that, hey, something in the cup of water ain't clean. Boom, they're a gang stalker. When these people did support her and give money to her, from what I know, and like I said, she'll tell all these lies about I didn't offer to help her um, with money. In the past, I did. I asked her to come live with me. She told me no. I asked her, did she need money? I even offered her money for a better phone. She told me no. That's on her. But like she said, she gonna keep uploading these videos because she don't want people to think that she's not being gang stalked anymore. Even if she did go a couple of days to take a break. And that's when I used to tell her back in like 2012. I used to tell her, just take a break. Just a little break. You know what I'm saying? And she used to get mad and go off on me because I used to just be suggesting. I used to tell her, it's frying your brain, it's like upsetting you, it's stressing you out, man. Just take a little break, man. And she, she would get mad and go off on me. Anything to do with trying to help her to get her mind to rest and be at ease for a little bit. It pisses her off. And she sat there for a while and said some other person told her about narcissism. Now it comes out in a couple of videos ago, not too long ago, a couple of days ago. She said I was talking about narcissism before she did. Well, who told her about narcissism? If I'm a narcissist, why would I tell her what narcissism is? I never abused Candy. Now, when we were younger, we used to all have a hand in teasing all of each other. Like my foster sister Joni used to tease me. We all used to tease Candy. Candy used to tease me, but Candy used to tease us in a mean, hateful way. She was always a mean, and I don't know why she's sitting there talking about, I don't know why people think that I'm a mean, hateful person. Brandy, I was trying to push this narrative that I was a mean, hateful person. You can tell in her videos. Pay attention to her facial expressions. Does she ever look happy? She's always got that look on her face like she about to punch the shit out of somebody. Period. She's always upset. That is all, man. It's like that girl ain't gonna never be happy. And look, check this out. She talking about she being blackballed from driving, blackballed from having a relationship. Now, apartments, that could be hard to get in general, depending on where you live. But as far as blackballed from driving, if you don't have the income for it, you just don't have the income for it. Nobody's blackballing her from getting fucked and having a baby or having a relationship. Nobody. But at the same time, she don't like nobody touching her anyway. Like I said, she didn't even want my own children to touch her. She treated them like they were so nasty. Get away from me. Don't touch me. And I said, don't do them like that because they think you're me. She did the same thing to my dog. I said, don't do that to her because she thinks you're me. So she blackballed her own self in that area. Like, she never takes accept responsibility for her own fuck ups. And then everything is, oh, I was on medication. I was under the MK Ultra program. And that's bullshit. Candy is truly a fucked up individual. Period. And that is all. It ain't got nothing to do with her being on medication made her mean. Because she wasn't on medication, it was mean. She wanted me to give up the dyke life. But when I got married and when I was with my husband, she did everything tooth and nail to try to separate my marriage. To try to tear us apart. So I did Candy wrong. She need to rethink that. And I need everybody to rethink that. Who's the one really trying to push a narrative here? Real life. Talking about I'm trying to be a thug and this and that. When I was with my husband, I wanted to be with him for the rest of my life. But who knows what type of shit she put in his head that made him treat me the way he did. Or made him hate me. Like, he went from going crazy over me and damn near stalkerish to just, he can't stand me. Who knows if she played a part in that? One day she came running out talking about he tried to make a pass at her. All kind of crazy stuff. Talking about he was tongue kissing her. All kind of stuff. Now some of that stuff may be true, may not be true. He does have little tendencies of being pedophile, and I've been trying to deal with that on my own. But certain stuff she took and ran with, as far as the husband that I knew, that she tried, like, she flat out, and I gave her money to help me get my marriage license, birth certificate, and his birth certificate that got lost in Hurricane Katrina, so that I can get my driver's license, because he was trying to keep me from driving. Because he's narcissistic as well. So I was trying to get my shit. I was trying to ask her so I could like sneak and get my shit on my own. So I can get my own car and my own keys and drive on my own, so I wouldn't have to depend on no man no more. She took and spent that money. Said she feel like I shouldn't be married to him. What type of shit is that? So you got a problem with me being gay. You got a problem with me being married to a man. When I was first with him, you went and found a boyfriend that got the same similar features as him. Light skin, green eyes. Except that guy she was with is tall. But she went and found a guy with some same identical features. Except minus the chinky. I don't think that guy had chinky eyes. I went and got me a car. She went and got her a car. But she blaming everybody for saying we spent all her student loan money. One day it was me. One day it was the other brothers and sisters. Nigga, you bought a car. You don't remember that? You was renting cars before that every day. You was renting cars. I was in the process of moving at that time. You was going back and forth to Costa Rica. You don't remember that? But we took your money. You took that student loan money and went to Costa Rica twice. You was renting cars every day. You wrecked one of them. And then you went and bought a car. But we used all your student loan money. Okay. And I don't know what else you may have done with that money. And then you came back with like 26 packs of cigarettes from Costa Rica and just dumped in my lap. But now I used you? You a joke.